Now, here's Dominic Carter on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Let's start with the telephone calls this morning. Let's go to Frank on Staten Island. Good morning, Frank, and welcome to the Dominic Carter Show.
Okay, so how you doing? Good evening, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so I guess I'll talk about the police are seizing these motorbikes that make a lot of noise, and they're probably meant for like a dirt terrain rather than the street. They shouldn't be on the street.
Yes.
Well, somebody paid for those. That somebody owns that. You don't just take somebody's property away from them and then you actually destroy it. You don't do that. It's somebody's property. They paid for those bikes, and now they're taken away like this, but from the police.
Okay,
I mean,
so
that's
Frank,
fascism.
That's fascism.
You don't do that.
Frank, hold on a second. So now let me put a question to you, and this is the situation with these bikes. If the police stop them and the paperwork is not correct, they are illegally obtained. Do you stand by your position?
They're legally obtained, then I guess they could be impounded or whatever. They have to be legal. But
they're not legal. But wait, Frank, we have to have one set of facts here. They're not legal. Many of I would say in 9 out of 10 cases, these bikes on the street are not legal, and it's not legal to drive on the sidewalk. And so
took it from them. It's like, no, you don't take away people's property.
Well, Frank, I respect you, but you and I disagree on this one. I say bravo to the police department for destroying these illegally obtained dirt bikes and ATVs. You and I just disagree on this one, Frank. The city should take them all and destroy them all. And the next step in this process, in memory of this basketball player in Harlem, should be to lock up these gangbangers and let them sit in Rikers for a little while. Now, I know the far left will scream bloody murder, but let them sit there for a little while and get their priorities together. And bring back the street crimes unit. My prediction, you are going to hear a lot of people start to call for the return, and I'm talking about people of color, of the street crimes unit, because the street crimes unit is desperately needed in the city of New York. Henry in Manhattan. Good morning, Henry. What's on your mind?
Hi, good morning, Dominic.
Good morning.
Yeah, I guess it is morning. I just heard you say something that was that questioned former President Trump's dealing with some of the witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yet before your program begins, there's a testimonial by President Trump.
Yes.
That says your work is of the highest caliber. And,
yes.
And you should be national.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you, if you have a criticism of this former public official, do you still want to use his testimonials?
So Henry, let me make sure I got this right. So the former president of the United States, you're telling me that if I disagree with him one time, that I can't use a testimonial in which he delivered from the heart about my career? First of all, he's not the only public official to have nice things to say. But I don't understand your point, Henry, because, any public official, you're not going to agree with them all the time. So I'm really not understanding what you're saying. But so because I'm calling out the former president for the way the lives of these election workers in Georgia were upended, that mean that I shouldn't use him in a promo? Is that what you're telling me, Henry? Bottom line is that you're not a Trump fan. Is that fair to say?
Yes, that's fair to say.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you very much for the telephone call, Henry. Let's go to Phil in the Bronx. Good morning, Phil. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Hey, Dominic. Hi. Listen,
good morning.
Okay. this thing with the dirt bikes, you got here in the Bronx, every blessed sidewalk
Absolutely.
on any major drag. I've been hit twice by bicycles and almost hit once by a dirt bike, and they actually hit their horn to get you out of the way on the sidewalk. It's too much. And also, you got these gang types, these kids. I don't care what color they are. You got groups of these kids. They're all hanging around in front of stores and stuff. They're like very intimidating looks they give people. I don't know why. I got cursed out.
You know why?
Know why.
You know why they give intimidating looks? Because Phil, you know exactly why. Because they know they have the power, and we don't. That's why.
The point is, do they have it at the point of a gun? And I think that the stop and frisk must be implemented.
Absolutely.
Because,
Absolutely.
Look. You've got too many people walking around. There are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of illegal guns on the East Coast, and I guarantee you they get a top price here in New York. But my point is, not only should they do the stop and frisk, but they should raise the penalty for illegal possession of a handgun, especially when involved in a crime. You put people away for 5-10 years, they're going to start thinking.
Absolutely.
So they're not going to be playing stupid anymore.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Thank you for the call, Phil. What comes to mind is when Ed Koch was mayor, and if memory serves correct, back then, if you were even caught with a weapon, it was a mandatory jail sentence. Now, as we all know, the entire system is a complete joke. A complete joke. Let's go to Gracie in Rockland County. Good morning, Gracie. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Hi, good morning. I'm going to start out with I'm right of center. I'm for Trump all the way. So this is what I want to say. Number one, I'd like to know, it was very sad that woman was questioned, but I'd like to know who were the people that were intimidating her. It all depends which side is getting intimidated. But what I mean by that is what's his name? Esteemed Senator, New York Senator Chucky, and he's telling his followers to go storm the houses. Of course, you didn't use the word storm. Go to the houses of. All right, it's a two-tier system here. Who gets it prosecuted and whipped down, and who doesn't? And I still want to know, my original question, who the woman was, who the people were that intimidated this poll worker.
Okay, well, Gracie, based on the testimony of the two women from just a few hours ago, it was supporters that they feel that President Trump set the climate, and that supporters, everyday supporters of the president, intimidated them on social media and the supermarkets, showed up to their homes claiming that they're going to make a citizen's arrest. And so I really feel, again, that on this one area, a few hours ago, the testimony, Gracie, I found it to be compelling because these are everyday workers.